cuttings. This is an important one because the gate has been opened, and I said, jokingly, I said, well, we're just going to have a ribbon cutting if we're going to open that gate. And of course, they took me seriously, and so here we are having a ribbon cutting. And we do want to thank everyone for being here today. We have lots of special people, and this is a special place for me because 50 years ago in 1976, or about 50 years ago, 1976, we dedicated this arrival statue sculpture. And they started in the morning on July 4 of 1976, dedicating the 10 sculptures, or 8 sculptures. There were 8 done. There were 2 that weren't done. And so we had our dedication. The Lincoln Civic Orchestra played. The Lincoln Civic Choir sang, and it was a wonderful dedication. And so it's near and dear to me. And as a result, I hated to see it locked up, and I wanted to see people use it. And so through a campaign through Pat, myself, special thanks to Mark and Senator Hughes, special thanks to our Nebraska Department of Transportation. These guys really all work together to make it work. The one guy that isn't able to be here, Brandon Valaric, the District 1 engineer, really oversaw a lot of this as well. And so we really appreciate everyone's help to make this happen. So we have this official ribbon cutting today, and we'd like to have everybody be part of it. I thought we'd have Senator Kolderman cut this ribbon and Senator Hughes cut the ribbon on the other side where we have the walkway. And then we'll all gather around so we're all in the picture of the ribbon cutting. Now, it's pretty informal, but it's still, we want to make sure everybody gets in the picture. I also have these papers, but I don't have them. And so if you want a copy of the story of the sculpture garden, leave it with Jenny, leave your name and address with Jenny, and we'll get you a copy of that. And I'll personally mail it to you. The sculpture, I don't even know where it showed up at the rest area. Somebody knew I was interested in it, and I don't know where it came from. I don't know the source. I think it was in maybe Nebraska Land Magazine or something like that. So anyway, it's very complete and it's very detailed. The goal is we're going to have an official rededication of all 10 sculptures, or the sculptures that are left anyway, for the semi-quincentennial in 2026. Semi-quincentennial is the 250th anniversary of America. And so they're going to do a rededication, official one then. This is sort of just a ribbon cutting to let the people know and be aware that it's open, and it's open to the public. The public loves it, and so we're happy that it could happen. Pat, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, but just a great big thank you. So I was just emailing emails and nobody was paying attention, and then I found out he retired. So thank you for taking up the cause.
And special thanks to Mark and all of his legislative aides, Katie Quintero, and to Jana, and to her aide, especially Matt. They came out here to check things out and see what they could do as well. Senator Kolderman or Senator Hughes, any comments?
Well, the only thing I would say is that I appreciate the Department of Roads working with us on this. I talked to I had Kyle Schneewise when he was director of the Department of Roads here. And then after that, I handed it off to Senator Hughes, but obviously she got it done. So.
I think you got it started, and it was just in the works. We just shepherded it on.
Anyway, so it's complete, which is nice to see.
It's always nice to get something finished and get something done, and so we do appreciate all the work that everybody did, and any way that we can help promote Sword County. This, of course, is a very monumental area anyway, with Standing Bears walk through here as well, and that's another whole story. And ironically, the arrival looks sort of like a teepee, a sort of a Native American look, and so I think that has maybe sort of a message there as well. So what we're going to do here is we'll cut this ribbon, we'll take an official ribbon cutting picture, we'll cut this ribbon and then go over and do the walkway and then walk through to the arrival through using the new walkway. Okay, the new design walkway. So everybody gather around here, tall people in the back, good looking people in the front.
Where are we going, bro?
You're tall and looking.
What are you doing?
That's what I mean.
Everybody get in there.
Pat, you better get in
Pat,
there. I
get
know
in
you
there.
love pictures. Come on.
Pat, I'm pretty smart behind you.
I know.
I'll answer
Come on, Tony. Tony, come on.
You got
Okay.
another ribbon? Is this the only ribbon? Is this the only ribbon we got? We got a mile of ribbon.
We got a lot of ribbons, too.
We can do this 20, 30 times. Well, we don't want to be wasted.
All right, as soon as you're ready.
Ready? Sharp scissors. I could use that at home. Keep kids in mind.
You thought it was just a prop? Okay, now we'll walk over to the other side and do the other gate. Or not the gate, the walkway. I think we have a name tag for you.
No, I saw
It's in the office.
I have your
There you go. That's great. Give me that.
Well, I'm not
Okay, let's walk on through. About this, we gotta wait for Randy. Come on, Randy.
Is that how you keep your
Maybe cut some of the weeds.
Keep your staff in line?
One thing about this, in 1975, it was the Nebraska Arts Council that really sort of was the lead on all of this. And they did this 10 sculpture, bicentennial 10 sculpture garden walk or drive, 500-mile drive on sculpture garden. And they got $100,000 from the Bicentennial Commission. That's about $50,000 a sculpture. And so they received that in 75, and in 76 it happened. So they didn't take it wasn't very long. A lot of these sculptures were either in the works or they had a preliminary. They had 74, I think it was, no, 125 initial bids or proposals, and they had to narrow it down to the top 10. And ours is called The Arrival, and the Sword Arts Company is very involved in the dedication process. Jeannie Weaver is here today representing the Arts Council, and so we're appreciating them. Special thanks for the Chamber Redcoats for being here with the ribbon and scissors, and we appreciate that as well. So right now we want to have this. This is the walkway. This is the alternative so that we can open the gate, because yet the gate was not handicap accessible. In 1976, they didn't think about that. So we closed it, I think they said 14 years ago, and so now we were able to open it because we have this handicap accessible alternative. So, okay.
Okay, hold it tight.
1, 2, 3. Hey! Okay. Now you can either walk this way, you want to take the bridge, you can take the bridge. So, we come back over
Yeah.
there.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll go down the new one
Yeah.
and take the other one back.
The original.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Oh, that's okay.
I know, right? I know. Well, it depends on the length, I think. There's a lot of other factors too.
Okay.
The shortest one I know they did years ago.
It seemed like it was kind of a pilot, but wondering.
In front of it here, over here.
Retired teacher.
Yeah, I'm happy to I'll just
Can you put it on timer, or can you do it with your watch? Can you make it click?
No, I gotta do it live.
Yes, they did.
Gary, crawl up there and get that down. Oh, yeah. Stand by.
Isn't that cool?
Make sure you catch it when I'm looking. One, and then be ready.
Come on, Pat. Sue, come on. Yeah, here, I got it. Ribbon girl, Mary, come here. Come here, Mary. Come here, guys. Okay, 2, 1, cut. Hey! Okay, so the story is, Paul von Ringelheim came out here and he fell in love with this area and the design that he had this design already, but he felt it would really work in this area with the trees and the setting. It sort of has a Native American look. It's called The Arrival, and he really gave tribute to the pioneers that came to Nebraska, because it was the pioneers that made Nebraska, of course. So he called it The Arrival. I think it also, because the Standing Bear walk, it really has a nice effect there, because Standing Bear's trail came right through here, and so as a result, it's too cold. Paul von Ringelheim was from New York. I remember he spoke at Rotary, and he had this vision of wrapping the water tower in pink cloth. And then somebody else did that and made a fortune on it. They wrapped the Eiffel Tower. But I remember that was back in the 70s, and they sort of laughed at him a little bit, and he left laughing the most. I mean, he's a good guy. Anyway, he's recently passed away, so you can imagine the value of this sculpture now since he's passing. And if you Google Paul von Ringelheim or The Arrival, it's still an active site today, so it's sort of interesting that we have it. Thank you guys very much for coming today. Thank you for doing the walk. That was my first time with the walk. That was my last time with the walk. And the bridge, I can take steps better than I can take steps. So I only have so many heartbeats, so I have to cherish them. But we do thank you for coming. This is just supposed to be sort of a fun little thing. It turned into a great thing, and I think the biggest part about it is the awareness. We want to make people aware of it. We want to make the traveler aware of it. They can stop here and have a nice drive through. We really appreciate you bringing Michael, our intern, because he's from Maryland. We can mark down we had somebody from Maryland today at the rest area. So thank you for bringing him. Otherwise, thank you guys very much. And does anyone have any questions? In July 4, or in that weekend of the July 4th, 2026, we'll be rededicating this sculpture officially. And I may have to walk it again then.
We gotta tell the Department of Roads a big thank you.
Oh, yeah. Yes. There are all kinds of alternatives. We looked at all kinds of different ways of doing this, and that was probably the most user-friendly, not to disturb anything else. Somebody asked me who built the bridge, and I think it was Dick Odell. I'm going to find out for sure, but I think he did it about the same time he made the time capsule. After he built the time capsule, I think he thought he could do anything. And so he built the bridge then too. So that's what Karen thinks anyway. So we'll find out for sure. Yeah, there's a feather.
There's a bird. That's from the
There we
nest.
go. That's a good sign. Okay, well, thanks you guys very much for coming. Thanks to the SCCDP and the Visitors Bureau and everybody else. We really appreciate all your help. And it's a village taking care of a village. That's what it's all about. Thank you very much.
We advertise as an Eagles nest out here. We get so many people back here. They look back here like,
Well, we even have a stuffed chicken hawk in our food, because everybody thinks they see a chicken hawk, they think they see a bald eagle.
just embellish. like a fish.